Hello there, Libra. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Libra for August of 2021. For everybody who's new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck, basically like an overall view of the month. And we'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading, hopefully to bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath, so I have a weird speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. So I guess that makes all Libras named Frankie. For the time of the reading, look at your your moon sign and rising sign. You get a way more comprehensive view of the month. And I actually don't think these cards are going to go week by week. I think they will blend in and out throughout the month as an overall theme for the month. Now, we have good words here. Something's going to have to change in our lives, or we're going to give something up, because we have a little bit of a harsher card, but it's actually a really good card as an end result, if you want to think about it like that. But sometimes we don't want things to change, and if I'm one of those Libras that actually is not really into a lot of change, then I'm going to be a little bit in trouble. But things are changing. We're going to have to pay attention to people around us, listening to what they're saying, keeping that in mind and watching to see what way we are getting guided from spirit in order to move forward. Because we have a lot of good cards in here. From what I'm looking at, we have a couple troublesome ones. Like I said, things are changing, but our words are acceptance, patience. So I'm going to say be patient. Humor, keep your sense of humor, synthesis, and expectancy, which is quite interesting. We're showing up in our own reading. Card on the bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords. I don't know if we want to show up as a page. I'd much rather show up as a King or Queen of Swords. But the Page of Swords, look at his face. He's turned with his back, basically, to the war. He knows anybody can come up behind him at any time and cut him down, but he's arrogant. So it's going to not be just a he, male or female, right? But it's going to be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius energy if it's someone outside of me, right? So think about this card. This is arrogance, like overconfidence. It's young. It doesn't have the confidence of a king or a queen. It's just overconfident. And when we get too overconfident, we become arrogant. So he's sure he's going to turn around in any second and be able to knock down the opponent, because he's the Page of Swords. End of the story. It's this overconfident type energy. If the enemy comes, I've got him. Nothing can harm me, nothing can hurt me, which in some ways is good, but other ways it can get us in a lot of trouble. So if I don't think most of us are going to act with this type of energy, but the Page of Swords energy can actually bring troublesome or bad news, maybe relating to someone that is an air sign that's younger than we are, maybe one of our friends or a sibling, or maybe one of our kids. But the Page of Swords acts in some type of a manner that can cause trouble or cause some kind of strife. They're taking risks or behaving in a risky manner. So either I am, which I highly doubt most of us are, or someone around me is behaving in that risky manner, and that could cause some kind of a problem there. So this page is motivated by unconventional activity, and sometimes unconventional activity can cause a lot of strife. And so I'm wanting to think, which way am I going with this energy? Because I have really, like, this next card here is excellent. I have an Ace of Swords. The page could bring like little examples of that kind of energy, but we have two swords right in a row. But this Ace of Swords can be like the double-edged sword or the sword of truth. It cuts right through to the chase. So it means that we are ready for some type of a major breakthrough. Now, we have achieved this particular opportunity, right, by using our brains, our mental faculties, our wits, you know. So prosperity, new development can follow the direction in our life. It's going to be a pretty exciting time. There can be birth with this. Now it is air energy, so birth of an idea, an enterprise, something along those lines, or birth of a child. All aces can mean birth of a child. So there's something on our mind we want to do, but in order to move forward, we're going to have to watch around us and kind of get a hint of, you know, when is the time going to be right to make that move. So we're now in some type of a position of manifesting our own basic philosophies in some kind of a new way, or a new form that's going to be more appropriate to us for the future. And that's pretty important to we Libras, especially I'm thinking with this energy that's coming up here next, for the simple reason this is showing that we really are kind of on top of our game. This card's the Three of Pentacles, and that's the card of somebody who's a craftsman. Usually there are two people in this card, and they're conferring with this guy because he knows, you know, what he's doing. So we are acquiring some type of a marketable skill right now, if I'm in college or something, to prepare me for the real world out there. That it's that kind of energy. We could, some of us, be like a recent graduate with this card, or we've gone back to school for some of us to upgrade our skill set that we already have, or change our careers with this entirely. Some of us can do that type of energy also with this card, but we're enterprising right now. Pentacles are earth energy, so it's money, material goods. We're enterprising, we're interested in some kind of a particular area of commerce that we think's going to get us somewhere, or some type of a specific business thing. Because of that, we can anticipate a rise in our prestige, maybe a rise in our earnings, you know. And I think a lot of us really actually may be thinking about it like this, with that Ace of Swords energy in there too. Upgrading our skills, thinking about how am I going to blend what could get me more money, or make my value worth a lot, make it worth even a lot more to me. But sometimes we have to give something in order to get something. That would be our word synthesis, you know, would be blending those old skills into some kind of another, or adding on to them to make it even better, or to make us worth more acceptable in the workplace for those of us that are working Libras. Maybe if I'm a Libra and I'm not working, maybe I'm investing. Maybe I'm taking a class on investing and how can I make some more extra bucks. But what basically, I'm saying it because of this next card, maybe what am I going to have to give up in order to be able to, you know, maybe some time I've got to give up to study something to do with the stock market. Maybe there's an old habit that I have, I want to give up so I can have the extra money to invest in that kind of thing. Because our next card here is the Death card, and that's why I said we got a couple tough ones in here. But this doesn't mean we're dying. It means that we're going through some kind of metamorphosis or transformation in our lives right now that's going to be for the better. And this could be where our word patience comes in. You know, be patient with myself. Look my life over. Think what I really don't need anymore that's going to help be put towards or help me develop further, because the sun is rising behind this death card. And even though he has his little scythe or sickle thing in his hand here, there's still the white rose of innocence there. So usually when we get the death card, we're experiencing some type of destruction of the old, outworn habit patterns in our life that keep us from new development. And we have that Three of Pentacles, which is telling us new development. We have the Ace of Swords telling us new development is coming. So something's being regenerated in us, but it's at a really, really deep level. So total change is coming into our lives, and there's no doubt about it. When we get the death card, there's something important here. What we have found is workable before in the past actually is no longer workable for us. So we're getting rid of it, pushing it out of the way, making room for something new to come into being in our life. And I think we can expect that. Now we've got to accept the attitude of something's got to go in order to make something better. That's all the only way I can think to put it out there, you know. Maybe I'm doing something that actually that money I might use for schooling, I could cut that out of my life, those kinds of things. But they're saying, pay attention, listen to what others are saying, keep my eyes open. Which path do I want to go on for whatever reason? And when I get that guidance, accept it. And then expect that I'm going to make those right choices, right decisions to basically go whatever way it is that I choose. Because we're all different Libras, but they want us to keep our eyes open, our heads up, you know, just listening to what other people have to say, maybe about career choices, you know, maybe something I didn't think about. I'm working at a job, it's okay, not the best money. Somebody says, you know, if you could do this, this, and this, too, you could get this other position in the company that's going to give you more money, you know? So I might want to think about it. I might want to think about upgrading something. Our next energy here is different from us. Some of us could be called to stand in this kind of energy. This is the King of Cups. This is male or female, because these are general readings, and it's water energy. So it's going to be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. If it's someone outside of us, some of us are going to be asked to step into this type of energy and utilize it. It's very, very mature. This person does not lord over their subjects. They stand right beside them. So their attitude's very relaxed, very non-threatening, very understanding. Sometimes it can represent, if I'm thinking a male, someone who's like a father or father figure to me, someone that plays that role, like the very best father that has the very best good advice for me, or very best mother that has the best advice for me. So sometimes it could be an older person that I'm in love with, you know, that I really care about. But whether it's a friend, an advisor, or a lover in my life, they are utterly trustworthy and dependable. They can be relied on whenever we call them for help. This is an energy that we can really trust. This is usually a person that has a lot of culture, knowledgeable about the arts, and if it doesn't act or be a creative type of person theirself, and if it's not someone outside of my own self, if it's something outside of someone other than me, or me stepping up into these types of energies, it could mean that if I am starting some kind of new creative endeavor, or an artistic pursuit, it's going to do really, really well for me, if it's not another person. So we have that Ace of Swords energy and the Three of Pentacles in there. If I am going to do something like that, I've got it made in the shade. I can expect it to work out fine for me. So I'm thinking for a lot of us, I still feel that need to change something or give something up. But I don't know why I'm saying this, but they keep saying pay attention to what others are saying, or what's really happening around me. And that, because that Page of Swords energy would make me, like a little leery about stuff. And it would, make me want to, if I'm starting anew, use that energy in a different way instead of getting myself into a mess. Maybe the Page of Swords has something important to say, or maybe it's something that is so backwards that I automatically see it's totally wrong for me, and I don't want to go that way. Just looking around me this month, really taking the hints that are coming towards us. Let's see what our angel, notice the signs. Notice what's happening around us, Libra. What people are saying, what's happening, pay attention. It says, yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs in your path to remind you that you are loved and never alone. We're being guided to something different, I believe, for the most of us this month. That's why, you should still look at your moon sign and your rising sign, because you never know where these are, since they're just general readings, where this is going to hit. It says the angels gave you this card to help you understand the signs you've been receiving lately. These signs can include feather, coins, butterflies, birds, other repetitive visions that make you think of angels who have been deliberately sent you these signs to let you know they're nearby, protecting, loving, and guiding you. And I think sometimes guidance comes through just opening up our ears, seeing what people are doing, listening to what they're actually saying, and taking that relevant information, that seems right to me, into my heart and acting on it. It says your departed loved ones in heaven are saying, hello, I love you. Notice and believe in repetitive signs you receive as validation you're on the right path. Have faith, follow the signs that are guiding you to your heart's desire, which would be that King of Cups type energy, that creation, different, better way of life, something new, I think with all that we've went through for the last year and a half, a lot of us are pretty frazzled, and maybe we are out there looking for a different way or a better way for our particular individual self. Maybe that's all it is. Well, Libra, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell you all thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them. I really appreciate them. If anybody wants to know more about me, or just go neb about me, or if you need to make an appointment with me, all the information is down below the screen in the About section over at the website. Over at the website are 2 short videos. One explains a prayer class that I put out there for you, the other the sutras. Prayer class tells you how to format prayers, why you would do them the way you do. Sutras are just simple little thought forms that go into a meditation that takes 5 minutes a day, enhances the clear perceptions dramatically. Videos that explain them are over at the website. So to all of you I met through 5 whole years of YouTubes now, and everybody I've met through 33 years of this work, I want to tell you all it's been an honor, privilege, and a pleasure to serve you. Hopefully I will see you back here next month. Bye-bye.